Running through the streets in the summertime, burning my feet, I didn't mind so long as I could keep up with you, keep up with you. Setting off firecrackers in the neighbor's yard, knocking on doors, turning, running hard, down through the alleys of our neighborhood, of our neighborhood. Well, if you must leave, if you must go, oh, you better tell me so. Better watch out for the old man at the end of the street. They say he's buried bodies there and he's still packing heat. And I hear there's a ghost in the house 3 doors down. I dare you to go over there and take a look around. Well, if you must leave, if you must go, oh, you better tell me so. Streets in the summertime, pushing our luck across the line. But we always made it home by dinner time. We almost always made it home by dinner time. Well, if you must leave, if it's time to go home, oh, 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 better tell me so. Summertime. Thank you. It's cold and rainy today, but something about Thanksgiving always makes me think about growing up and my family and everything. So that song's about growing up in Dallas, Big D. And so I thought I'd also play a couple songs about my mom. This one's called Queen Anne's Rules. By the way, Harry, how's the balance? Is it okay?
Yeah, you sound good.
All right.
You sound good.
Thanks. She always knew, got the hands in the cookie jar. She always knew when you were lying. Well, don't tell me you're sorry, you better apologize. Those were Queen Anne's rules. Well, don't leave this house with your shirt tail hanging out. You weren't born in a barn. You could try to break free of her gravity, but you wouldn't get far. Oh, those were Queen Anne's rules. Oh, she taught me to know the world and learn the game, and then break all the rules that you can, but never, darling, never, never, never break Queen Anne's rules. She got up every morning, the wolves were howling at the door. She sent us off to school and she went off to war. Come hell or high water, on a wing and a prayer, no holds barred. Those were Queen Anne's rules. Queen Anne's rules. You couldn't say I'm sorry, because that's just saying how you feel. You had to apologize. It's different.
Yeah, there was some energy in that song.
Oh, yeah. My mom was a force of nature. All right, this is called No Man's Land. wish that you were here. I'd lean on your shoulder, I'd whisper in your ear. How I wish I could hear your voice, telling it like it is, cutting through all the noise. You stood tall, all for one, one for all. I thought I stood alone in this no man's land, but I look inside me and there you stand. Well, I'm in the trenches, peering through fences at the enemy, wondering if I still have the strength to fight without you by my side. I know you'd lead the charge and you'd tear them apart. I wanna live with your kind of heart. I thought I stood alone in this no man's land, but I look inside me and there you stand. When the wolves came howling and crying, you met them at the gate, you fought them like a lion. When the wolves came howling and crying, you went down fighting like a lion. I thought I stood alone in this no man's land, but I look inside me and there you stand. There you stand. No man's land. Thank you. This is called Hummingbird. Drove to Texarkana to see my father on his 85th birthday. Sitting in his backyard, talking about the birds. We didn't know what else to say. Well, cardinals and blue jays, crows, robins and wrens. Then he spied a hummingbird. He said, well, that one comes around here. Well, every year. I said, that reminds me when I was a kid. When I was a kid, Ponce de Leon of the alleys, St. Francis of the Straits, charting my own maps and climbing mimosa trees where the hummingbirds play. He said the hummingbirds don't sing, ain't that a sad thing? I said the song is in their wings. turned and looked at me and closed his eyes, all he could do to keep from crying. When I was a kid, Leon of the alleys, St. Francis of the Stray, charting my own maps and climbing mimosa trees where the hummingbirds play. I made one last trip to Texarkana to lay that old man to rest. The birds were singing in the cemetery trees. I was looking for that hummingbird. When I was a kid, Ponce de Leon of the alleys, St. Francis of the Strays, charting my own maps and climbing mimosa trees where the hummingbirds play. When I was a kid, Ponce de Leon of the alleys, St. Francis of the Strays. There you go, hummingbird. Hey, Harry, I was hoping you noticed I got up the nice guitar today for you.
Yes, I noticed, but I'm trying to get my screen back.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
having technical issues that are...
No, it's not technical. It just jumps away from you, and you got to hit the right button. You still do that ooh thing better than anybody I've ever heard.
Thank you, Harry.
I think you need to write a song called Ooh.
Ooh, it's
Yeah, just ooh all the way through it. Yeah.
I could probably do that. Probably need to make it a short song. But, all right. Actually, I'm going to play this in here. Quicksilver River. I got to the Big Bend, all bent out of shape. I walked through the desert under the late summer rains, eased all my aches. Went down to the river, looked to the other shore. Gonna cross these waters, Quicksilver River, Quicksilver River road. I met the spirits of an Apache warrior named Victoria and his fierce sister Lozette. He cried, I will not surrender one hair of a horse's tail. Across the river to his death he went. Met the spirits of a woman and her children on the run for the border. Devil hard on their heels. She cried, we can just make it across the river into Mexico. We'll be free, we'll be free, we'll be free. Gonna cross these waters. Quicksilver River, oh. Quicksilver River, oh. This is the Eden of the West. Dinosaur bones and native songs, ghost towns of mercury mines long gone. Here I find my rest. The Milky Way reeling overhead, this river of life and death. Gonna cross these waters. Quicksilver River, oh. Quicksilver River, oh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I think he wrote that after a trip out to the Big Bend, which I hope to go out there again sometime. And I did a little research on the river before I went out there and learned that Mexico freed the slaves before we did. And so there were slaves from Texas who fled across the river into Mexico to be free. Very interesting little twist of history.
I want to go to Big Bend someday and straighten that place out.
It's all crooked and stuff. The map of Texas would definitely change. I don't think they'd like that. All right. I promised a friend I'd play this song. It's called Leap. And I usually play it here. Sorry about that. Gulls cry overhead, the pipers dance forth and back and forth, the sea spills beyond my eyes. The sun greets me, I sit on the sand where we once sat, boats and kites and kids and everything all around. Yet in peace, watch the waves roaring in no consequence, come all this way to keep me company. You've been here all this time, I've missed you. You are the waves leaping toward me, you crest and break and do it all again. I've always wondered what could be the joy of heaven. Could it be this? Could it be this? You've been here all this time, I've missed you. You are the waves leaping toward me, you crest and break and do it all again. I've always wondered what could be the joy of heaven. Could it be this? I think it is this. Leap. Thank you. How am I doing here? I've got some time. I'm gonna play. This is a song called "A Place of Their Own." And I was secretly hoping that John Mason would play his version of it, but maybe some other day. She was from Paris, Texas. He was from Cairo, Illinois. They both loved those wide open spaces since they were a little girl and a little boy. She grew up in the rolling grass, cows and chickens for friends. He grew up in the cornfields at the crossroads, the Mississippi and the Ohio. Met in a gift shop right off the interstate. Both bought a trinket for someone back home. They gave the gifts to each other at the Dairy Queen, eating ice cream cones. Talked about dogs and heaven, about longhorns and horn mills, about the old ways that are gone. Now it's just punch the clock and pay the bills. Ooh, 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 ooh. Found a patch of ground in Arkansas, a few acres and a mobile home. Dogs and cows and corn and chickens and cats and goats. Just a place to call their own. Ooh, 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 oh, 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 Place of Their Own.
John likes that song too. He sings that one.
Yeah, he does a great version of it. I love it when he plays it. But not today.
No, he didn't do it today.
I'll live. All right, let's see here. Let's try Midnight Dogs. He's come with the midnight dogs through the midnight fields beneath the midnight moon. And he runs and he runs and he runs back to me. My heart is the bell that calls him to dinner, the light in the dark that shines for a sinner. My heart is his den, in the beginning and the end, and the all in all. He's gone with the midnight dogs through the midnight fields beneath the midnight moon. He runs and he runs and he runs back to me. Yeah, I hear you howling out there in the dark, but that wanderlust never got you very far. You follow your own tracks back to my door. Oh, darling, it's a good thing we're not keeping score. And he's gone with the midnight toss, through the midnight fields beneath the midnight moon. And he's gone.
You got time for one more if you do it for us.
All right, if you insist. Let's see, what do we got here?
Have you done
You wanna-
Murderous Town yet?
I have not done Murder's Town. I could do that one.
Yeah, I love that song.
That one's got a lot of pep. All right. It's a murderous town. I wanna tear it down. It's a murderous, murderous town. I wanna tear it down. Well, you ripped me off, but I can't call the cops because you paid them off. Well, what are they good for if you don't get what you paid for? Oh, it's a lying town. I wanna burn it down. Oh, it's a lying town. I wanna burn it down. About 3:45, waking my pounding at my door. Sent you thugs for more.